noticed that when black people build an all-black neighborhood, it's called empowerment? But when white people build an all-white neighborhood, all of a sudden they're the triple K.
You ever notice how white people always have something stupid to say? Or how we always pick the weakest and weirdest hills that we could possibly die on? Or we get an idea of making a video, we put no thought process behind what we're about to say, and we just get on here and spew at the mouth.
To my white brothers and sisters, I'm not politically correct. I tell it like it is. When I hear someone say go back to your country, it's always from a white person directed at a black or brown person. But that makes no sense because our ancestors weren't from here and we stole this land and we're still colonizing it. And when I hear black and indigenous and people of color talk about reparations, I hear a white person in the background yelling reverse racism. But that makes no sense because white people have never been and are not being oppressed based on their race. So white people, I have a question. Why are you so afraid of losing your position in society? Why are you so afraid of losing the comfort that white supremacy has given you? Why are you so afraid of actual equality? Learn up.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, I want us to watch this video from a white woman. She came out and said something that pissed off black people and she instantly regrets. So kindly guys, watch this till the end, then I'll be back with more comment. All credits goes to the original creator of the video. I'm your host Dash Lifestyle. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and also remember this video, it is only for educational purpose.
Ever noticed that when black people build an all-black neighborhood, it's called empowerment? But when white people build an all-white neighborhood, all of a sudden they're the triple K.
You ever notice how white people always have something stupid to say? Or how we always pick the weakest and weirdest hills that we could possibly die on? Or we get an idea of making a video, we put no thought process behind what we're about to say, and we just get on here and spew at the mouth. And then play the victim when people call us out on it. It's the damnedest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. But let's talk about this. When you say black neighborhoods that are created, can you list them? Are you referring to like redlining and shit? Is that where you're getting at? Where Caucasians didn't want black people in their neighborhoods, so the government decided to push them to a certain section of whatever city or town or state they were in, and then put all kinds of liquor stores and drugs over there, and even sprinkle a little church on every corner next to a liquor store? Is that what you're referring to? Is that what you're referring to? Or are you talking about all the 100 plus race massacres that have taken place on U.S. soil when black people did once try and have their own everything, their own houses, their own communities, their own businesses, their own liquid assets they could potentially pass down to their family? And then white people got mad and destroyed everything and then never paid it back. Is that what you're referring to? Because, I mean, there's only a few examples that I could think of that I could pull out my back pocket to say, yeah, that KKK nickname was very well earned. Because this whole white supremacy argument that you're trying to make are the same people who destroyed places like this, 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 even places like this. I mean, there's plenty of examples I could pull from. Just understand that these are a few out of the 100 plus that have taken place in the United States. This conversation ain't what you want. I can assure you that. You're not educated enough. You need to pump the brakes on this dumb shit that you're saying. Because playing this whole victim about being called the KKK and not realizing that we're the ones who started the KKK to begin with baffles me. Step one should be think. Step two should be speak, not the reverse. But I mean, I'm pretty sure this KKK nickname is something that we've well earned. Because coming up with drawings and fucking poems to depict our hatred for black people is absolutely every bit of our culture. It is the culture for Caucasians. So yeah, the KKK nickname, absolutely well earned. I mean, why wouldn't black people want to have their own away from Caucasians? What have we given them to make them want to be around us? Answer that, snowflake. Because this damn show don't help. I'm going to keep giving you all types of receipts as to why black people want to have their own away from white people and do call it black empowerment, because historically they haven't been given the basic human rights or power as we have or that they deserve. So why wouldn't they want to get away for their own empowerment and sustain themselves off the white dollar, the white culture, the white business, the white everything? Why wouldn't they want their own? Why is it okay that we have our own but nobody else can? I can tell you why. It's because you're racist. I mean, this is the shit you'll go to your grandma's house down here in the South and see all types of shit, all types of souvenirs. You can go to any antique mall down here in the South and see why the fuck black people would want to get the fuck away from white people. I mean, that's a stupid question that you asked. And it's par for the course, BTW. Because using black people as gator bait, like literally throwing black babies and children to gators and then turning that around as a means to joke against them or with your friends or family member about how you treat them is exactly why the fuck they would want to get away from white people and do their own thing for their own empowerment, because we're not empowering them. So who the fuck's going to empower them themselves? It's common sense, dude. It's not common anymore, I get that. Because Caucasians ain't shit. I can't stand this. I hate my people with a burning passion. Because we're the only ones that do shit like this. We're the only ones. No other race has ever had the power to do shit like this and get away with it. Receipts all day. How many examples do you want me to pull to show why that KKK moniker is well earned for Caucasians? I got plenty of time. I got plenty of examples as well. You let me know which one you want to work with. Y'all just be coming on here saying what the fuck ever comes to your head. And then you run from the repercussions. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. And I can't believe I even have to say this much when I talk about white people. But I saw this on my last video in the comments and shit. And I'm so sick of hearing this shit. I am very well aware that not all white people are hateful and spiteful. I don't need motherfuckers telling me shit about not all white people. No fucking shit. No shit, dude. Nowhere in my statement did I say all white people. I just said whites. Stop acting like hit dogs don't holler around this motherfucker.
Ever notice that when black people build an all-black neighborhood, it's called empowerment? But when white people build an all-white neighborhood, all of a sudden they're the triple K. You want to move away from white people because it's healing, but when we do the same thing, all of a sudden it's a problem. Sounds like the real problem isn't segregation. It's the fact that you're not the one controlling it. Y'all don't want equality. Y'all want reverse Jim Crow.
Just some dumb motherfucker. Man, I'm so sick and tired of these stupid ass, dumbass, illiterate ass racists hopping on social media and vomiting up a bunch of made up bullshit, projecting a bunch of horrible shit that they themselves have done many, many times. You know what? You want to see the quintessential example of systemic racism, oppression, white supremacy, and projectionism? Bet. I got you. I give you 30-year-old maniac white racist Scott Michael Hanna, who posted on X on July 31st, 2025, saying that he himself was organizing mobs to kill 30,000 black people in Cincinnati, Ohio by last Sunday. Watch this.
Miami Township man accused of threatening to kill tens of thousands of people in Cincinnati. News Center 7's Mike Campbell is live downtown. Mike, you were in federal court as the suspect faced a judge this afternoon.
And James, FBI agents say that Hanna actually posted his threats on X, formerly Twitter, and they say his posts seem to be in reference to a recent viral video out of Cincinnati where a large group of people appeared to target a couple for assault. Now, Hanna's post actually promoted even more violence. It appeared racially motivated, and it landed him here in federal court. Our cameras are not allowed in federal court, but I was inside for the hearing. Scott Hanna is charged with one count of making an interstate threat with intent to harm. Cincinnati.
Okay, but that isn't the part I want you to see. The part I want you to see is this. When I first heard about this story, I Googled it, and wouldn't you know it, a black man's face popped up. A white man just threatened to slaughter 30,000 black people in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Fox News had the diabolical audacity to slap a random black man's face on the headline like we're the monsters. Let me be crystal fucking clear here. White people are the monsters. You want to talk about domestic terrorism? Don't look at black people. Don't look at people with my skin. Look at your uncle. Look at your son. Look at your suburban neighbor who's buying the guns for the race war while grilling hot dogs and playing Toby Keith in the backyard. Every school shooter, white guy. Every mass shooter, white. Every cult leader, white. Every genocidal politician rewriting history to justify the slaughter of Palestinians, Haitians, and black Americans, white. But you can't handle the truth, can you? So you project. Like that dumbass bitch at the start of this video. You grab some random photo of a black dude from an unrelated story and lie to your readers. You manufacture a monster to distract from the very real evil in your own reflection. Fox News isn't a news outlet. It's a white nationalist propaganda machine. They'd rather incite genocide than admit their sons are psychotic. They'd rather paint us as the executioners while their own are sharpening blades behind closed doors. But not this time. We're not staying quiet. We're not giving you the benefit of the doubt. And we're not letting you paint us as monsters while your people are out here threatening mass slaughter like it's just another Sunday sermon. You created the monsters. You fed the monsters. And now it's coming for all of us. Don't you dare look at us anymore. It's time for you to look in the mirror. And while you're at it, get off your blinking motherfucking high horses. You motherfuckers didn't free anybody. We earned our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in this goddamn country. And then when you denied the children's children of former slaves, that being us, the generational wealth that we deserve by reneging on the promise that you made to black people to give them reparations for over 400 years of slavery. We didn't break. No, we kept moving forward. But then, because you're a bunch of monstrous, hate-filled animals that refuse to leave black people alone, we still had to fight your asses for civility. Did you know that, you stupid motherfuckers? Did you know that the Civil Rights Act was simply an act that forced you dumb fucks, you animals, to be civil? Because you couldn't even do that. You needed the government to tell you to act like human beings. You needed legislation to stop burning crosses and lynching teenagers and bombing churches full of black girls. You needed the goddamn law to force you to sit next to us in a diner without spitting in our food. And even then, y'all couldn't handle it. You redlined our schools. You poured acid in our swimming pools. You bullied our children. You poisoned our water. You erased our history. You criminalized our existence. You killed our leaders. You infiltrated our movements. You used all forms of media to engage in psychological warfare against us. You flooded our streets with drugs, cops, tanks, and silence. And now, after all of that, you still have the unholy nerve to frame us as the threat. No, not this time. This is your legacy. This is your reflection. This is your monster, and you don't get to run from it by pasting a black man's face over your sins. We are not the villains. We are the miracle. We are the soul of this place, and without us, it rots. You pathetic motherfuckers literally cannot exist without us, without someone to hate, someone to blame, someone to demonize. But guess what? We have washed our hands with you. So the next time one of you punk-ass, tiki torch, AR-15 fondling, basement-dwelling cowards wants to LARP your little race war online, remember this. You've always needed to lie about us, because if you ever told the truth, the whole goddamn world would turn against you. See you on the next post.
Ever notice that when black people build an all-black neighborhood, it's called empowerment? But when white people build an all-white neighborhood, all of a sudden they're the triple K.
Ah, Red X01, is this you? And all this build up in your video is for you to compare Freedom, Georgia to the whites only town being created in Arkansas. And you want to talk about hypocrisy. Well, I could tell by the videos on your page that nature and your inbred family tree have already conspired to give you 12 reasons. Allow me to share these uncomfortable truths with you, and hopefully you could find the 13th. Let's get it. First, Red, I do understand that when you have a reef as a family tree, the reading and comprehension genes probably skip generations at a time. And me giving you this information, you're probably not the one with the reading comprehension gene. Maybe you can run along and go find them. First, the hypocrisy of you talking about the hypocrisy of black people creating black neighborhoods is not missed on the historical narrative, because black neighborhoods were literally created in this country and in all oppressed countries by the oppressor class. Yeah, by law, as a matter of fact. The segregation of black people in this country has been codified in law stretching back to pre-slavery time, post-slavery time, all the way up into the black laws and Jim Crow. And you're going to mention something about reverse Jim Crow in your video, but reverse Jim Crow will require that we have access to federal laws to make it so. I don't expect you to understand the damn thing I just said, but moving right along.
You want to move away from white people because it's healing, but when we do the same thing, all of a sudden it's a problem.
What exactly are you all healing from? Healing from the fact that a 400-year head start has created a wealth disparity in this country that is not just prevalent, but overwhelming, as $1 million wealth gap now divides white families from black and Hispanic ones. That's what you're healing from? Wait. Are you all healing from a criminal justice system that disproportionately affects people because of the color of their skin? Wait a minute. You all created that justice system. Oh, wait a minute. I got another one. Wait a minute. Maybe you all are healing from a medical apartheid system that disproportionately negatively impacts black and brown people to the point that black women are 3.5 to 4 times more likely to die in childbirth because of that system. Is that what you're healing from? Or maybe you all are healing from... You know what? I could do this all day. But I digress. Continue.
Problem. Sounds like the real problem isn't segregation. It's the fact that you're not the one controlling it. Y'all don't want equality. Y'all want reverse Jim Crow.
And there it is. Segregation and Jim Crow, and who controls it. Yeah, she did fix her mouth to say that in the same 3-second span. Like the civil rights movement in this country wasn't about ending and outlawing legal segregation. And who was in control at that time? Oh, and by the way, did I mention redlining and how it was used to control and segregate black neighborhoods? Redlining can be defined as discriminatory practices that consist of the systemic denial of services such as mortgage, insurance loan, and other financial services to residents of certain areas based on their race and ethnicity. Yeah, did I? If I didn't, here it goes. But keep going, Red. Keep going.
Jim Crow. So when white people move in, it's gentrification. When they move out, it's called white flight.
Red, if you just had a lick of comprehension, you might see how white flight and gentrification work hand in hand. Because gentrification is the process in which you go into an urban neighborhood and you develop it and you take it from a low value neighborhood to a high value neighborhood in a relatively short amount of time. The problem with that is that the neighborhood's original residents are often displaced because of the rising prices of cost of living and rent in that area. And white flight is the term given to the process in which white people fled those same neighborhoods that they're now moving back in to gentrify because they didn't want to be around black and brown people. And now the flip side of that, gentrification is now pushing black and brown people out of those areas because they can't afford it. So there is that. But continue. And we're just getting to the meat of your video.
Wonder where all this energy was for Freedom, Georgia. These people don't want to live next to white people, but the second we make our own communities, then it's hate. Black-only schools are okay, apparently. Black-only neighborhoods is progress. Black-only events is culture. But the second it's white-only anything, these people just want to run, cancel it, burn it down.
Now, before I get to the Freedom Georgia initiative and what you're missing intentionally about it, it's interesting that you talked about burning towns down, because I would like to see your historical narrative where black people have burned predominantly white towns down, or white neighborhoods down to the ground, and we'll compare it to my list. On my list, I have Tulsa, Rosewood, Elaine, Arkansas, and countless others. But just going to leave this right here for your non-comprehension ass to look over and not have a clue what I'm talking about. Moving on to where your comparison between the Freedom Georgia initiative and an all-white town being created in Arkansas. And you would think before anybody started that subtle, passive-aggressive, racist rant to justify their racism and bigotry, they would have taken the time to go to the Freedom Georgia Initiative page and say, let me see the part where they're excluding white people. You would have saw them talk about economic empowerment, healing from racial trauma, building our own communities. But how are they going to build that community? By being welcoming. Yeah, welcoming. if you had some reading comprehension, you would have gotten to that part in the Freedom Georgia initiative. We welcome all allies. I know you don't know what that word means any more than you know what BIPOC means. But we welcome all allies of BIPOC and corporations that wish to build meaningful relationships with communities of color to connect with us for doing good. Doing good. Not to create a town that if it existed during the creation of the Green Book, that it would have been in the Green Book as a warning for what towns black people should avoid because they were sundown towns. That white-only sundown town being created in Arkansas is not anything new for this country. As a matter of fact, it's indicative of the history of this country. You can go to this database, historical database of sundown towns, and you can hit Arkansas right there. You can go, it's interactive. You can go to this database and hit Arkansas. And you will get a list of towns from A, D through H, H to N, and P to W of sundown towns in Arkansas that town is going to fit in with just nicely. Just remember also that the black schools, black colleges, and all you talk about were created because black people weren't allowed to participate in your white schools and your white colleges for hundreds of years. And it's no surprise that an initial review found nothing illegal in a proposed whites-only community in Arkansas. Nothing. But if you're going to talk, at least get your facts right. But what do we expect? When you have a wreath for a family tree. Now, you run along, have the day you deserve, and I am going to challenge my followers to tell me what is my favorite number when dealing with racists and bigots. See you in the comment section.
Have you ever wondered if the well-intentioned feeling of white guilt might actually be doing more harm than good? White guilt refers to the feeling of shame or responsibility that some white individuals experience as a result of their perceived role in historical and ongoing racial injustices. This guilt can manifest in a variety of ways, including apologizing for one's whiteness, engaging in performative allyship, or avoiding conversations about race altogether. While the intentions behind white guilt may be well-meaning, it can actually be harmful. First and foremost, it can be patronizing and disempowering to black people. It reinforces the idea that people of color are victims who need saving rather than agents of their own liberation. It also focuses on the idea that white people commit individual acts of racism rather than acknowledging that racism is a systemic issue that all of us need to work to dismantle. White guilt can be paralyzing. Rather than taking concrete actions to address racial inequality, individuals who feel guilt may become overwhelmed and feel as though there is nothing that they can do to make a difference. This can result in a sense of hopelessness and lack of meaningful progress. So, what can we do instead? First and foremost, we need to recognize that feeling guilty about whiteness does not actually solve any problems. Instead, we need to take concrete actions to address systemic racism. This might involve educating ourselves about the history of racism and its ongoing implications, supporting organizations that work to promote racial equity, or having difficult conversations with our friends and family members about race. We also need to be mindful that the ways in which our guilt may inadvertently perpetuate racism. For example, if we are constantly apologizing for our privilege or center conversations around our own feelings of guilt, we are still making the conversation about ourselves rather than about the experiences and needs of black people. We need to shut up, listen, and learn to the experiences of people of color without dismissing their experiences. While it's important to acknowledge the ways in which our privilege has contributed to systemic racism, we need to be careful not to let that guilt consume us. Instead, we should channel our energy into meaningful conversations and actions that will contribute to a more equitable society for everyone.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how MAGA people, they are regretting for voting for this administration. And also they are coming out realizing that black people were right, because I remember black people, they tried and warned these people not to vote for this administration, but these people, they didn't listen. These people, they went ahead and vote for racism. Right now, they are realizing that racism, it is very expensive, and also racism, it is costly. These people, they went ahead and vote against their own interest. They voted to punish black people and immigrant people. But right now, we are seeing that the people who are being punished, and they are now realizing that black people were right, and right now they are feeling are guilty. And also we have seen how these people, they really wanted, they thought that suffering, it is only for black people. For a very long time, these people, they have been seeing black people suffering in America. These people, they have been seeing the challenges and the struggle that black people, they have been going through in America, to a point whereby they are now suffering the same consequences, and they are feeling like we are not the ones who are need to suffer. It is the black people who need to suffer. Who told you that the suffering, it is only for black people? You know, these people, they always see black people as a suffering, as a struggle, a human being, to a point whereby when these people, they are suffering, they are now coming out and saying, no, we are not supposed to suffer. It is the black people who supposed to suffer. Right now, God is punishing you guys for what you have been doing. So guys, I have some of the comment here that I want to read for you, and also you can share your thoughts on the comment section. Let us educate these people, because this video, it is only for educational purposes. I want you guys to educate MAGA. Send the message to the MAGA voters. Send the message to the these white folks. Right now, they are now realizing they have been voting against their own racism. They have been voting for racism. These people, they have been voting against their own interest. They have been voting to punish black people for a very long time. But right now, God is on the black people side, and these people that are being punished, God is using the JT to punish these folks. So these are some of the message and the comment that black people, they have come out and share in the comment section. So this one is saying that in their minds, fairness and equality for all feel like oppression to them. Yeah, so this one is saying that they are just exposing how risk insecure some of them are. Yeah, so right now, these people, they are exposing how insecure they are. So this one saying that man in red hat, I like your style, thank you so much. So this one saying that how my black people are learning the truth, give all glory to God. Yeah, right now, black people, they are learning. Black people, they are now seeing the true color of what these people, they have been doing for years. So this one is saying that she getting roasted from all angles. Yeah, so this one is saying that right on, this one is saying that no, she can't go back to school to learn about his subject, even if she wanted to be, let me just start again. No, she can't go back to school to learn about this subject, even if she wanted to, because they are in the process of removing said subject. Yeah, so this one is saying that this is why I laugh so hard when American in Africa ask me why would black people in America want to leave America. Lord, where do I begin? Yeah, so it is now right time for black people to move out of America, because America, it is falling. It is now the falling of the Babylon. Yeah. So this one is saying that the world is waking up. They are turning against them. Yeah, so right now the world is waking up, and these people, these white folks, they are now exposing each other. They are now coming out and telling the truth of what they have been doing. So this one saying that gave us lower grade in school. A good book to read is called The Color of Laws. Yeah, we have been seeing how the white folks, they've been giving the low scores to the black school, and they ended up giving the highest score to the white school. This is because these people, they don't want to look as if the black people, they are more they are more brave than them. That's why they have been giving low score to the black school. And also we have been seeing how these people, they don't want to fund some of the black schools. The people who are funding the black school, it is the black child, it is the black parent who they are really struggling and coming together and fund the black school. So this one is saying that a body with the red hat and beard is taking that shit. Yeah, so this one saying that this brother said all, mic drop. Yeah, so that brother, he came out and said everything. So this one saying that my man in the red hat is keeping it % real. Yeah, so this is why I will never get rid of my books for digital. Yeah, so this one saying that black man need to sue Fox News. Yeah, so this one is saying that black man need to sue Fox News. So this one saying that all the guys are 100% correct. My guy with the red musketeer and beard broke it all the way down for them. Yes, very well said. Yeah, everyone is saying that the guy on the red cape, he came out and do a very wonderful job. So this one saying that they can't handle it. So this one saying that wait, everybody listen to what she say and address that she's aware of all of the history of this country. She is. So this one saying that white bro, all right with me. So this one saying that okay, I'm just give it to you straight. She said black people are mad because we don't control segregation. Wow, take a second to think about it. Yeah, so this one saying that look at her peppermint party, she's tripping. So this one saying that she is ignorant. Yeah, so this one saying that well said, love you man with red black hat. So this one is saying that offended by everything, ashamed of nothing. Yeah, so you can see these are some of the messages that black people, they are coming out and share also their thoughts. So this was saying that man in red hat, you are so right about everything you said. Yeah, so you can see people, they are now seeing what this man in the red hat he has come out and say. So this was saying that to everyone that gave her the business, to the young man with the red head dress at fabulous, just simply. So this one saying that the first dude was on point. So this one is saying that I agree with the gender man on video. He is 100% right what saying. So you can see people, they are now saying. So this one is saying that God knows the devil, it is in his hand. Yeah, so let me just read it. This one for this one saying that, sir, I appreciate your topic. When you engage with fools, people may think you are one too. Please do not give them play. As an African, you need to address more pressing issues in so this one is saying that he wants us also to communicate about what it is happening in South Africa. So this one saying the man, this one is saying that I am so tired of African. This one is saying that no this one is saying so you can see majority of people, they are now coming out and praising the guy in the red hat. So this one is saying that I am bread family, Jane. So this one saying that majority or some problem, just different neighborhood. Yeah, so you can see how the guy in the red hat, he has come out and break it down, and majority of people, they are now realizing what it is happening to the black people in America. So kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like this video, share, and also comment. And also you can share your thoughts on the comment section. I'll be reading it in my next video. So thank you so much guys. See you on my next one. Bye bye.